You know, with me experiencing being a transformation coach, I've discovered that people really want to be better. And a lot of times people are not shown the way, but they're thrown into the way.
Don't push me away, don't throw me away. I've got some things I need to say.
If you are a leader of any sorts, we have to meet people right there, right where they are. That's the only way we'll be able to really push for effective change. We really want to be better, and we got to help each other get there, y'all, because the world needs to see it.
What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of Ray Bridging Humans. It's the place where the people get to see you and the world get to see it. The world get to see it. What's up, family? I'm so glad y'all came back for another episode. Y'all, this is going to be a real deal treat today. It's going to be a treat. I'm so excited for this episode. I'm so excited to be here. And that's all I'm going to say right now. But I want to say what's up to all of my followers, all of these subscribers. Thank y'all so much for coming back to for another episode. Thank y'all. If y'all have not already, share this with somebody. Not only share it with somebody, but also like it, leave comments, leave. And I know after this episode, y'all gonna have some comments. Y'all gonna have some comments because I wanted to really dive deep into a specific topic today. But before I go there, shout out to all the bridgers. If you are doing things that you're bridging humans together, you're being more empathetic, you're being more understanding of other people's lived experiences. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for just following the brand, following what we are doing. Now I'm gonna get started now. I can literally hardly contain myself because this woman means so much to me and my journey. If you've been watching me for the past couple years and you wonder, how and why I have transformed the way I have, the way I'm transforming, the way I've just catapulted into my purpose so deep, it's because of this woman. And I know the Creator works through her. And I'm so thankful that I ran into her at the shop, and I've been knowing of her for years, but to know her is to really love her. And this episode is going to be a treat. But her name is Kelli Harris. She's a mother. She's a therapist. She's a healer. She is a teacher. She's a student. She encompasses so many things. And I wanted to, how I do on the episodes, I allow the guests to really tell the world who they are. But Kelli, how are you doing this evening, Kelli? I'm so happy you're here.
I am amazing. I am.
Yes.
How is this?
Just trying to, you're good.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm amazing.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, cool. But how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm gonna see you. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
good.
cool.
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy she's here, y'all. And I promise you, this episode is going to be a treat. It's going to be a treat. And just where we are right now in society, where we are right now in the world, a lot of things are shifting, a lot of things is happening. And so I brought her on today. But before we get to the episode, the topic and everything, what's new, Kelli? What's going on in life right now? Anything particularly new with like the news, the media, anything that's new?
I don't watch the news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch the news, but I feel the news when I go out.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
I think what's new, it's what's old.
Okay.
The old just keep happening.
Keep it happening.
In the world.
Nothing new on this.
There's nothing new. It's just
Nothing.
the way they're packaging it.
Yeah.
But with me, you want me to talk about?
I mean, it's just whatever's on your mind.
So
We're just flowing.
Okay.
We ain't even got into the topic yet.
Okay.
So I'm starting a new segment what's new, and so pretty
I
much
got it. Okay,
whatever was on your mind. So we just out. Listen, we're flowing. We're just flowing.
Now, what's new for me? I'm excited that I'm going to see Abraham Hicks on Saturday.
Oh my God! Yes,
I am
that's exciting.
so excited, and that I connected with. I just have to say it the way I feel it with the timeline that I am on now. Probably one of the most impactful artists on me, and I don't want to say celebrity because I don't think she considers herself a celebrity, but Tony Jones, who I was blessed to hear right after Caleb's accident.
Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Right after Caleb's accident, during that time in my life. So, which was finishing up the program with y'all.
Yes.
So, and I joined her Instagram for community.
Okay.
Starving for community.
Okay.
So I'll see her this weekend in April.
Oh, really? Okay, that's dope.
And
that's
doing
dope.
this with you, and
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You just said something, Kelly, that the older I get, the more I understand. Everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's really it's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Nothing new under the sun. And it amazes me how when I hear people say certain things about certain topics, I'm like, man, that shit ain't new. Like it's not new, you know. But I know, you know, where we are in this United States. Where we are in this Bible Belt South, there's so many like mindsets that perpetuate, but nothing is new under the sun. And like you said, it's just so much happening now. But I love where you are. I want to publicly say I love where you are. I love where you are, Kelly. Y'all, she's the reason why I'm a life coach. She certified me. I'm certified under her. I'm a life coach because of her, and I appreciate you. The time spent. The time that I cried literally, y'all, through the whole process. Like, I don't think it was a dry eye. We got tired of crying so much. Being with her, but it's real work, and it's for all intents and purposes, it's no bullshit. Like any piece of trauma that you have had in your life, you've dealt with. Like, it's gonna come up, and we had to deal with it. And I think that process for me, Kelly, was so life-changing. Like, to date, I cannot tell you that I have had a deeper life-changing experience than that.
Yeah.
Than what we went through.
Your work was powerful, though, Raymond. The work you did was extremely powerful. With the way you trusted me as I trusted a higher guidance, because what we co-created was not in my training, but at the same time, the atmosphere was right. And so the way trauma works trauma has to be seen in order to start healing. It has to be seen.
Yes.
Without value taken away from a person. Because it can't heal in shame. You'll never be able to heal in shame. You'll never be able to heal in secrecy, because secrecy brings shame.
Wow.
So in doing your work, there was no shame.
No.
We leaned in, and we trusted what we knew. I didn't know how that was going to go.
And it was so much work, and we not only leaned in, but to your point, and speaking specifically for me, like I felt so comfortable in the space, because before we started, I felt the energy for me to just be. You know what I'm saying? And so when I felt that, I automatically knew, okay, Raymond, you can share. Everything you're feeling, everything you're going through, everything you have gone through, this space is safe. And last week I did an episode called Safe, Seen and Accepted. And all of this encompasses that. And I wondered what episode I was gonna bring Kelly on. And I pondered and I wondered when I wanted to bring her on, and I knew in the moment when I called you, I said, it's time. It's time. I felt it was time that you come on. And we're going to talk about something, y'all, today. We're going to talk about something today that a lot of people deal with. We're going to talk about something today that I dealt with, and so much of my trauma was behind, or so much behind what my trauma was this topic. And we're going to talk about when faith hurts, Kelly. Understanding church hurt and its impact. And I know a lot of people talk about church hurt. When you see somebody mention it online, you get a whole cluster of people. Well, no. You go to the club, you go to work, but you can't come to church. And you get a whole lot of cluster of that. And then you get a whole lot of cluster of just people just like, I don't fuck with this shit no more. And you get a whole lot of that. But I think the understanding, Kelly, is not really clear for a lot of people. I think to understand what that piece of emotional hurt is, to be attached to something like, and you correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. This is my teacher. I'm always a student for her, but I feel that because this church is been built in, it's like a heartstring, and so something that's been attached to you from childhood, it's attached to your programming. It's like when people make a decision not to go, y'all, it's not just something you make a decision overnight so you don't go. It's something attached to your heart. So
it's a bad breakup.
It's a breakup.
It's
a bad breakup.
Bad breakup.
So I just wanted to introduce the topic first, but I want to ask you, Kelly, something I ask all my guests before we get started, because this is Ray Bridging Humans, and I think a lot of people show up in the world. We've been conditioned to show up with what we do. We've been conditioned to show up with what we have. Right. But who are you? If I ask you, Kelly, who are you outside of any accomplishments you've made, outside of anything you own? Who are you as a human?
Oh my God, I love the question. And I'm light, I'm love.
Yes.
I am wisdom, I'm hope, I'm joy.
Yes.
I'm light, I'm peace.
Yes.
I am show is. I'm energy. I'm medicine. That's who I am.
Wow.
That's who I am.
Wow. Yes, I love that.
That's who I am.
I know you are. Like you just truly describe yourself.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's ever ran into her in any public space or seen,
and I'm clarity.
Yes.
Clarity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, you good. You good. Yeah, I'm literally like a kid in a candy store right now because I'm so excited about this episode. But if you have run into her, like I guarantee you, like her energy, her light, and I promise you, I ain't trying to fluff you up, but I am trying to fluff you up because y'all, she's that impactful. This is so much of a God thing. This is so much of the Creator literally sent her for this, and I'm just so excited for you to share this space with me about this particular topic, Kelly. And it's gonna be a lot, but I just wanted to go ahead and get that introduction, all that good stuff out the way. I told her to get comfortable, so she's real comfortable. I'm glad we comfortable. We chill. I got my flip flops on. We good. We chilling. So, but Kelly, how would you describe church hurt, and what makes it different from, if any, what makes it different from any other form of hurt?
Got it. So that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to the who are you question.
Okay.
Because this is now becoming important to me. I told you who I am, but this is what made me. I am Henning, Tennessee, born and bred.
Yes. Yes.
2 red lights, home of Alex Haley, country town. And I was crafted and cultivated in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
So the common denominator with Henning and Memphis is real.
Okay.
I had the best of real, real. So with all of my education, and all of that, and I'm giving you the reason that I can speak about the subject.
Okay, no, you're good, yeah.
In hitting, what I learned growing up was never throw anybody away. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't throw them away. They always have value. They are always worth something. When I got to Memphis and experiencing God fully for the first time, but also seeing how easy it was for the church to throw folks away. That was a mind fuck for me.
Okay.
It really and truly was.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't get it.
Wow. Wow. And seeing that, like I guess at what point did you see that? Did you begin to see that? Was it like early years, or did you come to a certain point emotionally, or a certain point of awareness that you begin to see, okay, this something ain't right?
You know, I would say early years. You know, my grandmother. You know, I grew up coaching, and watching her wanting to be a part of the church. You know, ladies. Wow. Not having what they had, being able to dress like they were dressed, and watching her being ousted. So as a result of her wound, I gotta go make church look real good.
Wow. Wow.
Real good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And with you saying that, with
because I'm warming up to the hurt piece.
No, absolutely. And with you saying that, what I saw was, and because even as you talk, I saw, okay, like you learned early you had to show up a certain way in order to perform, if you will, you know. So
absolutely, and that's what we perform on top of that wound, you know, and so my coming into church, I think church hurt happens because we're taught to wear this mask, okay, as if we are what we say we are.
Okay.
We're taught to wear that mask, and so many of us will perform that safety and nurturer part. Will perform that.
Okay.
The wounded part, for real, foolishly wants the performance.
Gosh.
How the fuck you think they're not gonna hurt you? It ain't real.
It ain't. Gosh. Woo.
Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
It's everybody's hurting, and everybody's performing.
But that part, I think that part on the inside, we feel like we're doing ourselves a service by holding that part in, like, oh, don't nobody see it. Don't nobody know. And we feel like we're doing ourselves a service by holding it down. So I'm going to put this mask on. I'm going to show safety. I'm going to show joy. I'm going to show happiness, because I know this is what my folks want to see. This is what my folks want to hear. And all along, that part is still there festering.
And a lot of times the church hurt is so damaging because when we go, you know, we have a sacred space sometimes for the father or mother we did not have. See, that pastor's position is powerful.
Yes.
Extremely powerful.
Yes.
And it's a sacred position that a lot of people will allow you to hold space in that position. And so when you piss on that, because the pastor a lot of times is a do-over for the daddy I didn't get. So I'm giving you a lot of esteem. You have a lot of space in my life.
Wow.
You're not supposed to drop me.
Wow.
And so I think a lot of church people, and if I talk about my own experience, and you may say of yours, the way we experience God in church is a collective of every pastor, bishop, Sunday school teacher we ever had.
Yes.
That's who we're trying to please.
Wow.
That conditioned us through their wound of this.
Wow. And you
does it make sense?
No, that makes so much sense. And when you say that, I think about from childhood, every Sunday school teacher, every pastor, every deacon that saw me, that kind of reared me up. You know, I'm thinking about all those people. I wanted to, you know, and but we think we're really rooting to please God, and we're really rooting to please these.
And they threaten us with hell.
Yes.
If you don't please me.
Oh
now, if we stop and pause and look back, that was hell.
Gosh. Yes.
That was hell.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
That's fueled by nothing but fear.
Wow. Oh my God. And I got so many thoughts running, you know, and I'm going to slow my thoughts down, because I have a lot of thoughts running. But thank you. I think that you are you're bringing so much light to the subject, and you're bringing so much light to the why, and just to give y'all an explanation. A lot of times, you think that, as I said in the beginning, people leave church off a split decision and just leave us. This shit goes back, y'all. It goes back like a number of years. Like it goes back, and the hurt, the neglect, the mask wearing. We learned that so much about what we do, and so much about who we are is because of those early experiences.
Right.
So
I write it down. Church really should be shame off of you, when really it's the motto will be shame on you. Church is filled with shame.
Yes.
I mean, you go there, you feel. That's why the performer gets better and better. Because when you hear the rhetoric, the dogma, you can't help but feel condemned. Like it teaches you will never be enough. You will never be enough.
Yes.
You'll never be enough. And what I said was, church is more like a cage that breaks your wings and shame you because you can't fly.
Man, gosh.
And we keep going back for that.
Wow, and we keep going back.
That's the Stockholm syndrome, where you're in love with your abuser.
Yes.
And the learned helplessness. We've learned to be helpless and dependent upon that.
Wow.
And so we have a reason for why we're not doing so well, because we didn't pray hard enough, or maybe we didn't fast, or that sin issue. And as I say, we don't have a sin issue. We have a seeing issue.
Yes.
SEEING. Sin is when you refuse to see your beauty.
Wow.
And your worthiness.
Wow.
And that you are loved.
Wow.
When you refuse to see that, that's sin. Period.
Wow. And as I hear you say that, Kelly, I can think of the number of years I tried to pray the gay off of me. And that fervor I had to get it out. Yeah. And the fervor I had to get that out of me, because it wasn't supposed, it's not supposed to be there, Yeah. And now where I am now in life, and I'm well, and I look at my life, a lot of my anger was not so much at what they did to me. Now, I had a lot of anger from what they did to me, but a lot of my anger was, and I'm still navigating through this part, a lot of my frustration is what they didn't give me. And they left me empty, and they left me.
And they do us all.
Yes,
they can't.
yes.
They can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can't. They miss the beauty. Like, there's no resonance with the Word of God. They don't even resonate with what they're teaching. They're missing it. As Dr. Michael Beck talks about, there's people that have a thinkingness problem, a thinkingness issue, not a thinking. They don't know how to think. They know how to act as if they're thinking.
Wow.
Now, here's what this is. What that is in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Did you pray in Jesus' name? That's I'm thinking somebody else's thoughts. It's just habit. Wow. I'm not. There's no resonance with. It's I'm rich. So you getting your level of thinking.
You get whatever you're speaking, because you're speaking. You're getting what you're thinking.
It's just.
Oh,
do
wow.
you get what I'm
I get what you're saying.
And it's not praying. It's not praying. You're not even connected to what you're saying.
Wow.
You're just, it's repetitive. You're just repeating stuff.
Wow.
Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus. Ain't no power under that.
Wow.
I mean, does it make sense what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
But this is what the word said. The scripture say this, scripture say that. Well, the word is over there really working, and your scared ass way back, you're not even connected to it. I mean, do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. No,
so
I get what
when
you're
I
saying.
stop thinking other people's thoughts, rehearsing it, because I'm dying, I'm empty, still able to repeat and perform. When I stopped that and started thinking, that's when life became so beautiful.
Wow. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
And I'm just saying, I mean, beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
Me just learning how to do this, because learning the breath, when I breathe it in, everything that I need in that moment, that's God. I'm breathing
Yes.
in
Yes.
presence.
Yes. Yes.
And blowing out what I no longer need.
Wow. God.
I didn't learn that.
God.
When I started thinking, with being in the woods, in nature, and again, in some of my research, between us and God, there are 7 levels. Between God and us, there are none.
Goodness.
There's none.
None.
We don't have to get up and thank God for my being here, giving honor, da 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 da. You know, we don't have to do all of that to get to God. And then I'll go back. Even if it comes when it comes to it, the sin is your inability or unwillingness to see the beauty in you and other people.
Okay.
But church will call sin what you do in these physical bodies.
Okay. They do.
Ain't no physical body's gonna be in heaven.
None. Wow. That's the thinking, y'all. Oh my
thinking,
God. Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
I'm thinking. I'm not rehearsing all of this fear-based stuff. What you do to your body? Shit, you out there twerk, thought, 304, what you know? Whatever that is, do you? That body ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
So again, who you are is what the residents. What is that?
Yeah.
It's what people experience when they're with you. That's who you are. What you do with those young men at the shop, and you see their reactions and activations. That's who you are.
Yes. Wow.
That's what's going to be here long before this body is not.
Wow. You just said so much. You just said so much, Kelli. And I know the thinking, being able to think for yourself, because we're taught so much of, we are filthy rags, we are nothing, and we are worthless. I mean, all of the things. And so when you begin to think for yourself, and you begin to think and talk and speak to God for yourself. Speak to the Creator for yourself. And I call God my Creator now. I call the Creator. The Creator is not a he. It's the Creator.
It's the Creator, and what we are experiencing of the feminine side of her. That's why this emotional literacy and intelligence is so important. That's going to be the currency. It's a vulnerability. It's the female side of God. And so the winners, who's going to be leading this, will be Black women and gay men.
Wow.
And you heard me say it. Simply because of the depths of the wounds.
Wow.
Most of the time, the deeper a person is wounded and ostracized and left, with the right care, you got walking compassion.
Woo!
What we need with whatever's going on in the world is walking compassion. It ain't gonna be about labels and name brand and
And you just put language to a lot of the thoughts I've been having lately, because as a queer man, I've always, when I think now, like the love that the love and compassion they teach us that we should have, they don't give to us.
No, because they don't have it. They don't have it. Because now let's go back to where the Black church came from. Came from toxic power, white supremacy.
That's where it came
because
from.
You might as well call Black church a corporation.
That's what it is.
Which is why my post was they need to pay taxes, or you need to get a psychological evaluation.
I love that
because you messing people, and you shouldn't have any problem with it, because a lot of pastors get into church to make money. I mean, let's be honest.
A lot of them do.
So to make money. So you really don't give a damn about the people. You got to perform.
And that performance, like, it permeates.
It
permeates because you we picked that up.
Mhm.
We picked that up, you know,
Right.
and to a point you made earlier, like these are people we esteem and we
Yeah.
watch them
Mhm.
and we put them in place. The fatherless. I grew up
Mhm.
without a father, so I looked at my former pastors as
Right.
like father
Exactly.
figures. I have a
Exactly.
deep
Mhm.
respect
Mhm.
for them, and when I can remember my first pastors, I respect him, you know. He's an older man now. I remember he did not want me to sing in a community choir, and he couldn't tell me why at the time, but he didn't want me to sing any. And and he like pat me on the back all the time. I was like the star, one of his star young men growing up. And when I started singing with the community choir, he didn't want me to sing with the community choir because this was like the first, I can remember the first time that we had a big disagreement. He fussed at me because he didn't want me to be gay, you know. But you know,
Right.
that didn't make me gay. But Kelly, I like that's where I began to see, okay, wait a minute. And this was early on. I was like
Right.
16, 17. And fast forward to now, like to your point, and when we was talking off camera, I know that whole like pedestal that we sit
Right.
men and women of God on, that's got to come down.
And so again, I gave you that position so I can also take it back.
Wow. I can take it
I
back.
have the power
Yes.
to take back the sanctity that I had with it.
Yes.
Pastors are no longer esteemed anymore in my life.
Gosh.
They're the most wounded people walking. They probably lead the pack in narcissism.
Right. I mean,
they're the most dangerous
yes.
emotionally people, you know, walking.
Because they
Them
can't be.
and some of their wives, because you can't be who you really are. Now, here's the thing. The pastor can't let you sing in the choir for the sake of his community.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go back to my community and say, I told him he couldn't sing in mine. I told him he could. So there's community.
Mm-hmm.
Change don't happen until you're willing to break away from the toxic community to do something different.
Yes.
But people, racism, sexism, all of that is for the sake of community.
Yes.
So I'm staying over here knowing I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we laughing and kicking. But that's the power of the most powerful needs we have are to matter and belong.
Yes.
They're more powerful than food, clothes, show. People want to matter and belong.
Yes.
Give me a place.
Yes.
But if I have to matter and belong on bullshit, the integrity is compromised.
Yes.
So what's mattering and belonging again is my performer, not the wound.
Not the wound. The wound there. It's there.
And so because the wound, if I believe if you see the wound, you're going to reject me. To keep you from rejecting me, I'm going to show up again with my hand. This is what I can do for you. I'm going to show up performing. Now we're birthing the codependency.
Wow.
Because I need you to, if I do enough, maybe you'll become what I need you to be.
Ooh. Y'all, this is emotional literacy 101. Like Kelly, you are saying, you are preaching in this moment, Kelly, because so many of our people doesn't realize, you know, it's so much codependency that is set up. It's so much idolatry that is set up. And we just function in that toxic stuff, not knowing like that wound that we have, it's there. It's there.
Right.
Woo, gosh, okay, yeah. So going forward with the conversation, Kelly, because I know that you guys, if you're watching this for the first time, I know this is definitely this is a lot, and so I'm going to give you an opportunity to listen. Hey, do what you will, but if you are still here, thank you, because this is real, this is needed, and this is necessary, because this is a topic and a subject that affects so many around us, And people are not just not going just because they're defiant and they don't want accountability. People are just not going because they're not going because, oh, they just want to have their way. No, y'all,
People are not going because you're not safe.
Yes.
People are not
Yes.
going because you are dangerous.
Gosh.
People are not going because you need to heal.
Yes.
People are not going because they're finding God outside of these settings.
Yes.
That's why they're not going. Now, what we have to do, we got to find our own sense of community.
Yes.
They can't mirror that.
Yes.
That's what we're confused.
Wow.
And let me say again, we came over here from Africa with all of these different Mandinka, Igbo, Yoruba, all these different sects. I know mine wouldn't have chose Christianity. I know mine wouldn't.
Yeah.
I know mine wouldn't.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So we're not used to what it's like. We don't need leaders. We don't need we don't need pastors. I'm going to say that.
Wow.
You know, in my PhD program now, some of the research I'm finding is that in 20 to 40 years there'll be no more churches anyway because everybody will be a teacher.
Wow.
You know how? With podcasts, what YouTube is doing?
Yes.
Every people will get it.
Wow.
And they'll become their own medicine, their own. Church has to reimagine how they're going to package Jesus.
So where we are with that in particular, with society, where we are, Kelly, do you feel, why do you feel
and
like...
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You we're talking. We good. Why do you feel like that concept, why is it so hard for people to grasp that?
That what?
The concept of like we don't need someone over us like talking to us, but we're all becoming so self-aware that we're able to be our own medicine, that we're able to speak over ourselves and talk to the Creator for ourselves. And I think now that it's almost like a lot of leaders are operating in fear. Yeah. And it's like, especially when they get on social media, they get a whole lot of, no, but...
That's all you hear. And you know what? They failed. Gosh. They failed.
Gosh.
They failed. So all you have is anger. And anger is all about the fear of losing. Mm-hmm. The most angriest person is losing. Yes. And if you're defending, you're losing. Yes. Which means you don't even know the grace of God in your own life. And that's where my compassion comes for pastors. Mm-hmm. You don't even know the grace of God in you. And it's got to be a miserable life to preach and sing about a gospel that continues to fail you. Wow. Pastors are miserable. Yeah. They're addicted to drugs, cheating on their wife, confused about their sexuality. But you're still promoting. Mm-hmm. You're promoting this. Mm-hmm. Wow. Kelli. And I'll say, the only hope the church has is for the pastors to sit down, get some work done, and allow all of the psalmists to come back. Wow. The worship leaders, the musicians, but they got to come back and you know they gay. You got to come back and you know they smoking crack. Wow. Let them come back in the addiction, in the wounding, and put them on the instruments and lead us into where we need to go next. That's what needs to. That's the only hope the church has. Wow. That would be the Renaissance. Wow. And I think. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying.
Off.
Yes. And think about the 90s, Kelli. All of the minstrels that we saw that left here silently. Yeah. They gave so much and they contributed so much to the modern church. Yes. They contributed and gave so much of themselves to just die and get,
And let me say this, off of false doctrine. Because what they used is Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what they used. Now, if you look at the scripture, what I'm hearing in my ear, mother cousin, you say scripture. Okay, now I'm going to take a text. If you look at the scripture, real talk, the two strangers came looking for a place to live. They had money. They wanted to live in one of Lot's apartments.
Come on, teach.
Yeah, here we go. Coming, want to live in one of, with them coming. So, now tell me about the story, Raymond, with where I'm going. The preachers would say they couldn't find one. They couldn't find.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
help me with that.
I not actually I just listened to a podcast about this
and then
story
I'm gonna tell you
today.
where it's false.
Right. And so they sent the angels.
The angels, yeah.
They sent the angels,
Mm-hmm.
and they were upset. They were upset with the angels.
So the folks wanted the angels.
Right. The folks wanted the angels.
And so the folks supposed to be the ones that's real gay.
Right.
The whole town.
Right. The whole town was real gay, and so they was going to give their daughters.
So stop right there. That's what I'm talking about. So when the preachers preach, everybody, the whole town gay.
Whole town gay.
Because they
Those
wanted
men.
these two angels. Lot said, you can't get these two angels pretty much because they got some money. They written from me, but you can take my daughter. Why the fuck don't we preach about that?
We don't preach about that.
Why is it okay to take a virgin daughter? Why is it okay to do whatever you want to do to a woman?
Right.
That doesn't have anything to do with homosexuality.
Nothing.
Why again?
Nothing.
It was okay for Lot to say, here go my daughter, but we don't preach about that. You know why? Because the church is full of lots.
Ooh.
The church is full of lots.
Gosh.
As I said, when you go to the family reunion, you sitting by Uncle Lots.
Oh my God.
Because he probably paying for everything.
Oh my God.
That's what we need to talk about.
Oh my God.
And that's what I mean by toxic power.
That part of the story, it is not. It's not talked about. It is not talked about. In my lifetime, I've heard only 2 or maybe 3 preachers talk about it from their standpoint. But they push. This is the gay. This is why God destroyed Sodom. It was the gay. He didn't destroy it because of the gay. He destroyed it because of their actions, what they were doing. Exactly. They were trying to take
greed.
Money, right. Yes,
money and power.
Yes,
that's what it was about.
Yes,
greed.
And so that part in itself is something that I'm gonna say this. That's something, Kelly. To this day, I think the hatred is so ingrained that even if people heard this story, like it's going to take a lot of like psychological breaking down for people.
Because bound people hate free people.
Gosh.
Bound people hate free people.
Gosh.
They hate free people. I was watching a podcast last night that 80% of gay porn that's downloaded is in the Bible Belt. Like real talk. Like that's, I mean, you looking at it, but you hate it. You hate people that are free.
Yes. That's just like the Baptist convention. Like I think of the porn site. I don't know if it was porn, but one of the porn sites. Don't quote me. They had a huge surge in downloads because there was a lot of the goings on going on.
And I don't care about watching porn. Do you?
Right, yeah, do you?
Wrong.
Do you? Yeah.
That body ain't going to heaven. It's really not.
It ain't. It's not.
It's the way you treat people. That shit was gonna be examined.
Yeah.
You know, and so I told this, you know, and this is what happened for me really, Raymond, in my awakening. You know, because, you know, I'm listening to this metaphysical stuff. It feels true. It feels ancient and known. Like this, what I'm experiencing now, been in my blood thousands of years. I'll say that.
Yes.
But I'm breaking away from what they told me.
Yeah.
What they told me. So Michael Beckwith, you know, told this joke, and I tell this now when I talk, that, you know, St. Peter, Paul, people, you know, coming into heaven. So the pastor shows up and says, how many points do you need to get in heaven? And St. Peter says, 100. So the pastor's like, well, you know, I pastored 30 years and been faithful to my wife and fed the homeless. And St. Peter said, I get you about 10 points. 10. Well, I go to the nursing home. I do this. Get you about another 20 points. Meanwhile, Ray, Pook, and Keisha walked by, budded up. What's up, Peter? The pastor said, I know they ain't got no 100 points. Peter said, they just don't play this game.
They just don't play this game.
They don't play this game.
Wow.
I stopped playing the game.
Stop.
I stopped playing the game. And there's so much right about me, Raymond. And to your viewers, there's so much right about y'all. Stop asking what's wrong with you. So much right about you.
Yes. Yes.
It's right. It's good. It's it's whole.
Yes.
And even the heart's desire to still long for the church. That doesn't mean your heart works.
Wow. Say that again,
It
Kelli.
just means your heart works.
Yes. Yes.
Your heart works.
So what would you say? What would you say to a viewer who has recently left the space or has left and trying to find their peace?
Meditate. You got to. You have to. And y'all, that's really and truly how
Yes.
So let me tell this story.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, we got time.
Okay.
We got time.
So I'm going back, Raymond, to when Source gave me to start life coaching.
Okay.
I'm like, want me to do what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we did it, pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't know was I was building a community for me.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
And even the job that I have now, thank you, God. The job I have now, based in a really dark place. And the person that hired me was the first Black woman that ever sat on my couch 15 years ago.
Wow.
That pulled me up out of.
Full circle. Wow.
But she was in therapy with me for 5 years.
Wow.
And didn't forget me.
Wow.
So I'm starting the coaching program before Caleb's accident
Before
now,
the
not
accident,
knowing
right.
I'm going to need this.
Mm-hmm.
So Caleb's accident happened, and I'm mad as hell, really, at God now, because Jerice has died, my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
My other best friend lose their child,
Mm-hmm.
who struggled with some mental health issues.
Okay.
Faithful in church now.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And so that repetitive thinkingness,
Mm-hmm.
not thinking,
Mm-hmm.
but the repetitive thinkingness to me is why they're not here no more.
Man.
That's what I choose
Mhm.
to, why
Mhm.
you know, but metaphysically, you know, they here. So,
Yeah.
but so I go with Caleb, you know, and I'm there for almost a month, and that's when my awakening is starting. And you know, mad at God, I'm having these visions and dreams, and this ain't never happened to me before, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb is basically telling me, I don't even know how to receive nurture from you.
Wow.
Because the
Wow.
whole childhood, I'm
Mhm.
helping everybody else with their trauma and neglecting my kids. And so we made it through that. And I'll tell the rest later. I don't feel led to go there now. So coming back home after almost a month to
Mhm.
Memphis,
Right.
I didn't know what to do. Like so I went for a walk. Walked in this lady's metaphysical shop. Didn't know what I was walking into.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bitching about something because that's where I was.
Mm-hmm.
And she came over and looked at me. She said, breathe. And I did. And I started crying. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Wow.
And I went, made an appointment with her and had these things, as a matter of fact, made an appointment with her. And that was my first sound bath reading.
Wow.
If she had come up to me to say, I want to pray for you, bitch, get your hands off me. What the fuck you mean you want to pray for me? I know that would have been my response.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
I've been praying my whole damn life.
Right.
You don't know no more scripture than I do.
Right.
How you gonna pray for me?
Wow.
She said, breathe. Breathe.
Wow.
I'm looking in her shop. I said, what should I get? She said, just go to where you're drawn. What I'm hearing is trust yourself.
Wow. Trust yourself.
So from that on, I'm thinking, because I experienced something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got to follow that instinct.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got time to explain. You know, there was a time I thought, oh, that's so demonic. No, I had an experience right there.
Yes.
I had an experience right there.
Yes.
So with me going in nature, listening to her as my guidance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And a year later, I'll walk in and she'll say, you already know what to do. You know. So me testing the meditation piece, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And it was really, Raymond, just me sitting still. Now, I bought a book, and I don't know if I can say it on here, but Emily Fletcher is where I started.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like meditation for stressed out people.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it had said all the stuff I'm talking now, I would say, You know, so it's like God is like, okay, here, start with this. So meditation for stressed out people, basically just get somewhere 10 to 15 minutes a day. Be quiet and be still. And right, man, when I tell you the downloads just started.
Yes.
Fresh.
Yes.
Just, you know, started. And life has been, I don't want to say let me say this for the sake of saying it, the brokest I've been, you know, I've made, you know, as much money as I've made, but I'm not far from broke, broke. Because when I was making a bunch of money, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
It's a lot, Kelly.
Making a bunch of money.
That's a lot.
Ain't got shit to show for it though. I will never in my life go back to that level of work again.
And
Being faithful, paying the time, you know, doing all that.
all the things.
Miserable. There's no joy at all. No joy.
Wow.
No hope, no happiness, none of that.
And you just said a key piece, Kelly. I call it silence in the noise. And I got a space like what we hear in my home now. We're in my home. What we hear in my home now is nothing. I like it to be this silent.
Yes.
And I go and I sit in
That's
there.
it.
Now, I've gotten up to like 9 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But I want to get to where I can do it for like 20 minutes. But I like the silence because everything is so fucking loud. It's loud. The phones, TVs.
Now, Raymond, that's by design for us, for Black people. If I get into my research, when you think about the power of melanin, and I asked some of my professors, Black people, Africans, we have been the most researched people on the planet.
Wow.
We have been researched more than anybody.
Wow.
By now, we should be goddamn it super niggas.
Wow. Yeah.
With all the research they have done with us. So my question was, have you researched us enough to keep us sick?
Wow.
Have you researched us enough to know what to put in the food, to know what to do?
Wow.
Because what they do know is how powerful our minds are. The melanin gives us that advantage. The sun gives us that advantage. They know that about us. So by design, keep it noisy.
Wow.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Wow.
By design. If we ever stop, that's when the shit's gonna flip. So if a part of your awakening or ascension is leaving church, just go and get still.
Wow.
Go and get still.
Wow. And I think people when, because it's a lot of people who either want to leave or they have left and they are uncomfortable because they feel like I got to go and find another church home. I got to find another church home. But sitting still, Kelly, this is where some of the best work on my life has been done.
Same.
I've never had a peace like I have.
Never.
You know, and y'all, she has a theory called Blackwell, and if you choose to explain it, you can or not. But I now when people ask me how I'm doing, I'm well. Yeah, I'm well. You know, I try my best, like to be emotionally sound. You taught self-awareness. Like I've never seen it before. You know, and the level of awareness I have with who I am. And my soul and the way I can speak things into existence. And I get up and I set my intentions. I speak what's going to happen for me. And that shit was scary at first. It was so scary at first.
Now, Caleb called me the other day. Mom, I have something to tell you. My friends sat me down. He said, I'm sold. I was like, Mama, oh my God. You mean I have this much power? Son, yes. I said, Caleb, the apartment you're in now, the first thing I manifested.
Wow.
Like I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're good. No.
But that's exactly, you have the power to do so.
Yes.
And even all of the trauma and drama, we manifested that too.
Wow.
Dr. Michael Beck was talking about the reticular awareness system, you know, if I'm saying it right. Basically, it's whatever we're looking for.
Okay.
Is what we're gonna find, and it's going to manifest.
Yes, that's
so
it.
So if I'm going to a new church, and let's see this motherfucker gonna preach about, there ain't shit over here either. That's exactly what I'm gonna get.
That's what you're gonna get.
Because my reticular awareness is scanning, it's looking for it. So now where I am, I'm looking for nothing but the goodness. Nothing but the goodness, nothing but the bliss, nothing but the peace. And it's happening.
Yes.
I mean, it is happening for me. Like,
yes.
you know, somebody asked me the other day, like, Kelly, do you even pray? I said, no, I am prayer walking.
And you speak it. You speak it.
Yeah.
You speak. Gosh.
And if you're working too hard at it, that's your ego.
Gosh.
If it's I gotta prove to them, whatever. Oh God, that's what yeah, definitely what I heard from Cal Reese, because and I'm big at giving people when I hear it.
Yes. Yes.
But hearing him say that whatever we build out of the wound, and I can only say from my own life, you know, my ex-husband left, in his woundedness, said some things to me, you know, like, you know, you're gonna lose everything. That's what I heard. So I gotta prove him wrong. And I gotta work 12 hours a day, and I gotta work 7 days a week. I have to prove him wrong. Now, and I'm killing it. Do you hear me? When I got to the hospital I worked at, they had 2 programs. When I left, they had 9. I created 7.
Wow.
Wow. Now I'm
7.
Out of my woundedness.
Out of your woundedness.
But I heard Cal say last night, when you begin to heal though, what you built, what you did, it has to fall.
All that is gotta fall.
Because it came from that proving, that lick back. But this newness is really just my offering in love.
Yes, yes. And to be transparent with you, Kelly, like now where I am, like I try not to, because the hurt was the hurt,
yeah,
you know,
right.
And I try to find places of gratitude, you know, try to find spaces of because gratitude is such a grounding for me. Gratitude is such a grounding for me because where I am now, how I think now, how emotionally sound I am now. And so I try to find spaces of gratitude to pull me out when I want to go back to that place and feel sorry for myself or get down. No, Raymond. Like, where are you?
And because of the gratitude piece, Raymond, with my theory that I'm cultivating and creating, the black well theory, I don't think we can be healed on this soil because I think the wounds are way too deep.
Yes.
Those of us that have been a part of the Christian church, we can't be healed. We can really only be well.
Yes.
Because the longing will forever be there.
I feel that. Wow. Yes.
There's a difference between gratitude and appreciation. Nobody can have gratitude without grief. Grief and gratitude, they coexist.
Wow.
You know, I used to tell my patients when people would say, if they were depressed, well, you should just be thankful. Well, how you know I'm not thankful? I can be thankful and depressed at the same time.
At the same time.
They're both true. Now, where I got that from, I would make it plainer. Working with a lady pregnant with twin boys. One son passed away, the other didn't make it. Because gratitude is settling for what you will never have. Let me say that.
Wow.
It's a settling for what you will never have.
Wow. Oh, God.
Never.
Wow.
So she bring the one baby home. Family said, you should be glad you got one son. She said, but I'll never have 2. I carried 2. And I'm really grateful for the one I have left. But I ever grieved what I lost. And just because I'm grieving don't mean I'm not grateful.
Wow.
So when I bring this to the Christian church, I'm forever grateful for the moral compass I got from the Christian church.
Yes.
But I'll forever grieve.
Oh my God.
The community that it offered me. Does it make sense what I'm saying? That's gratitude.
Yes.
Now appreciation is I'm adding value to who I am now. There is no grief with it. Gratitude is kind of looking back, glad I made it over. It's always that hint or stench of grief on it. Appreciation is I am adding value. Like Raymond, I have so much appreciation for being in this space.
Yes.
I have so much appreciation for where we're going.
Yes.
There is no looking back with that.
Wow.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Now, I was thinking driving here. I only have deep and rich gratitude for the church. no appreciation at all. None. Not for the current state. None.
Wow.
I don't want to add value to the current state.
Wow.
So now that's me personally.
No. But that like you that I hear you, and that makes so much sense because you like again you just put language for me because I have no desire to make it more than what it is.
No,
but
because I grieve. When I look at it, I grieve.
Yes.
I grieve.
And it has fucked so many people up.
Mm-hmm.
And I a couple months ago, I went, I think it was maybe earlier this year, I went into, I was invited to come speak to the men. And I went into a church. And Kelly, when I went in this was something they had set up after service. But when I went in, they asked me to come to just sit, and so I sat in the service. But Kelly, when I tell you, it felt like 2002.
Yeah.
It felt like 2002, and I'm like, is this what this has come to now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is this where we are now? And it's, I feel like a lot of the mindsets, a lot of the thinking is so dilapidated. It's not. We're not in the 90s anymore. We're not even in the early 2000s anymore. Time has gone on, and I know where we are in awareness now. Where we are with I said on episode last week, people ain't going no more. We're too emotionally sound.
Right.
We're too aware to sit in spaces that are not safe, like you said.
Yeah, no, you can't.
No.
And we're not. People say I'm stuck. No, there's no such thing as stuck. You're always moving. And really, like the vision I was given, we're spiraling. This is what ascending is. I'm higher and higher, or either I'm going lower, going lower. So even in my study in this humanistic program, I have a lot of respect for people that study astrology. You know, I have a lot of respect for the study of it.
The study of it,
So when I hear them constantly talk about with Pluto in Aquarius, I am an Aquarius, and it's so cool to learn about all of that. But where we are, we're going to have to get planted with which side of the fence you're going to be on. Because for the next 20 years, this is what it's going to be.
Wow.
So you can stay right here, feeling like 2002
I see you.
for the next 20 years.
Wow.
When we say God don't bless mess, yes, he does. You can stay in that mess for the next 20 years.
Wow.
You really can.
Yeah.
Or you can keep ascending.
But
even in the wellness piece, is sometimes I dip. I'm well. You get what I'm saying? But I pull myself up and continue to ascend.
That's
you
it.
know,
Wow.
you keep ascending.
Wow.
And so the people that are locked in that 2002 timeline, it's to keep them good. A good little girl, good little boy, you know that kind of thing. And you participate in something you don't even respect.
You don't even respect.
You don't even respect.
Yeah. Wow. And how can one and getting to spaces of meditating and trying to really improve your life where your awareness is. If you could speak to somebody now that's watching, that's in the space, that's tired, and they don't know how to walk away, or they don't know how to make it better. Like, what would you say to that individual in this moment right now?
That's a good question. I'm gonna sit with that.
Okay.
I mean, that's a really good, because I feel the tired. Not for me. For people. I feel it, because when you're in that, the only thing that soothes that is some kind of addiction. And that's no shame.
That's no shame.
Because addiction has kept a lot of people alive.
Wow.
You better thank God that somebody had a drug or alcohol problem. Because if not, they probably would have blown their brains out or somebody else's.
Wow.
And that's probably where I would start. Thank your addiction for keeping you alive. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it gets to a place of I'm trying to break up with it because the addiction is hiding the wound, Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the addiction is really truly hiding the wound. Now, there's a thing that says that our cells, and I'm just going to call this trauma cells.
Okay.
They die off every 7 to 10 years. They die off, which means some of the trauma shit shouldn't bother us, the old stuff. But when you're in an environment that offers hope and does nothing but harm, your cells can't get right.
It can't. All over.
Does it make sense what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so a big part of where do you start is what's coming up for me is letter writing. You know, even if I'm writing a letter to the church, because now we can talk shit about the church all we want to. At the end of the day, we still got to forgive them.
Yeah, still.
You know, those of us on the spiritual side,
Yes.
we can't become like them.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be a part of a spiritual snob. I mean, because
Right.
they wounded people. Like, I'm going to always take you back to the wound. I'm going to always take you back, you know, to the wound. But honoring your own wound, I got to be honest. I gave you this position in my life, and you failed me. Now, a part of that too,
That's so.
and it's unworthiness. If I believe I'm unworthy, I'm going to draw to me ain't shit stuff.
Gosh.
That's why I got to go to another church to put up with the same stuff.
Wow.
You know, and I think it is letter writing and going back to that original wound. 3, 4, 5 years old. Who told you you were not enough? That's who you got to go back and rescue.
Wow.
And a part of the black well theory is, you know, it's supposed to be past, present, future. A lot of people, it is present, past, future. You can't put your past in front of your present.
No.
So to keep going back to the same churches and all this shit, 2002 is right here in front of 2024.
Can't do it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So it's satisfying, really. Now, looking back at my past, though, I ain't got to just take the wounds. I can take the lessons. I was at the health department, you know, doing their study and talking about the past, and I'm going to try to say this the way I said it to them. Our parents, pastors, leaders, teachers were all well-meaning, which means their intentions were good. They just fucked up the delivery. Don't forsake the intention because the delivery was fucked up. So when you look back at the trauma, take the intention, the well-meaningness of it.
Yes.
You know, we spend too much time on the delivery.
Yes.
My mama wasn't there and all, you know, all this, you get what I'm saying? But the intention, that's what we need to honor.
Yes.
Now, because they fucked up the delivery, they don't think they're responsible. With powerful people, pastors, parents, well, I didn't intend to hurt them. Just because intention does not absolve you of impact. So we have to get to a place that we're healthy enough. I told somebody the other day, as a parent that wounded my kids, I take a vow. I'm in a constant state of repair. So my intention, even if I mean well and hurt them, I'm responsible for the impact.
Yes.
So I'm still going, I didn't mean that.
Wow.
I'm still tend to you and offer some nourishment around it. We think just because I didn't intend it and it hurt you, well, I shouldn't be responsible. No, yes, you are.
And then
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
It makes sense because a lot of times the intention is masked with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, right.
And so because I operated in the Holy Spirit, you got to just take the impact.
So then the real intention is I need you to see that I'm wonderful. Fuck what I'm trying to deliver.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
I got a word for you. The real intention, you need to see that I'm wonderful.
Wow.
That's the real intention.
Woo. Gosh. And to be able to, because that's what it is. That's what it is.
Let that truth sit.
Yeah.
Okay? Because God can heal a lie. And what we putting out here is true. If we want to see this look different.
Yes.
I can't do it any other way.
Yes.
And I say, Raymond, we were talking about your, drama a few minutes ago, which I might not even remember this. If I don't hear it, I'm not going to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I knew I couldn't fuck up your drama or nobody else's. Because if I don't hear it, it ain't coming out of my mouth. It's really not. Because when you're on the spiritual side, this is the safest I've ever been in my life.
Yes.
I'm responsible for every word that comes out of my mouth.
Yes.
I am responsible for it.
And y'all, because she's so busy and I'm busy, and I like that touched me so because Kelli, that's where I am.
Yes.
Every word that come out of my mouth, like I'm mindful.
You have to, yes.
Of what,
because they're powerful.
What I'm allowing.
Yes, what I'm allowing. Yes. Which and Raymond, I've never been no faster in prayer in church. I haven't. But I leave my house, and I just noticed I leave my house once a week when I go to work. And I just nothing. I live now surrendered. So it's almost like the universe just put me on a fast. Like I haven't eaten at all today because I want to be that vessel.
Yes.
So I'm not responsible.
Yes.
I'm really not.
Wow.
This body ain't this easy. Now when I was a performer, shit. The fun, you get it. If this ain't landed with you, you ain't part of my tribe. You ain't ready yet, or maybe it's on another timeline.
Wow.
I get that now.
Wow. Kelli, this is, and this conversation, I promise you, I've gotten so much confirmation. There's things that I've been feeling and saying in my private time, my personal life, and how I've been operating. I know that I'm a part of the village.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm a
Absolutely.
part of the community.
Absolutely.
And
Remy, this was organic.
Yes.
That's how you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So organic. So organic, and no bullshit, no fluff, and that's one of the, to me, that's one of the key things. As you said again before we turn the camera on, I think going forward, people are looking for in leadership authenticity.
Right.
Fuck how much you know, but how can I connect to you?
Yes.
How can we connect in community? How can we connect in authenticity where you can see me?
Right.
And I can see you, and we can respect one another.
And the only way we do that, Raymond, is seeing ourselves.
Yes.
And people have started asking me, Kelli, what are you doing? I had to go into my own darkness. I had to go into my whatever we don't like, in people. When we have a strong reaction to it, we haven't healed it in us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that's hard. I said something the other day. You know how you listen to songs on the radio, and when the song was really talking shit about whoever left you or did you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, now what if somebody's singing that shit about me?
Wow.
Because I can be just as toxic.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get to the light. So you got to do that work. You got to do that work right there.
Yes.
It's easy to point out here what they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
What was my role?
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Where was I just as self-righteous?
Wow.
How am I guilty? That's what I got to face. And so when I face that, I'm applying grace to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at matter and belonging. Hell yeah, I went along with it.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm honoring that.
Yes.
That's what we got to look at.
And watching you and watching just the transformation, if you will, of you, and even when you took us through the coaching process, and your level of vulnerability with us, it was like, I was like, damn, she told us this about, like, you like, I don't feel like such and such. Yeah. I don't want to, and just that level of honesty, you know what I'm saying? That impacted me as a leader. Yeah. So when I'm going now, when I'm tired, I'm gonna say I'm tired. I'm not going, because I'm depleted, so I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing, me watching you show us that, and you weren't even trying to, you was just like, okay, I'm just gonna give y'all what I am and what I'm feeling. Yeah. And so I really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And I wanna ask you, this is also a question I kind of land with my guests. Yeah, this conversation, oh my God.
You know what, I mean, I would love for you to consider doing a live I would love to, for questions, I would love to ask,
Yes.
because that lets me know the frequency of where, how this is landing. When I was, at Lakeside and doing churches, I could guesstimate that. But I do wonder how this sounds, because I'm saying stuff I've never said before.
Wow.
But that's the way it's coming to me.
Wow.
And
yes.
I ain't going home being mad at myself no more.
Yes.
I can get scared of, and I damn sure wasn't scared of y'all.
No.
With my vulnerability. But you
yeah,
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We scared of people, we scared of God. You make that make sense.
It makes sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am now, I'm trying to sculpt what their life is going to look like, but I want to do it. I'm going to do it because I know that this is a lane, and this is life.
Right.
This is life, and just even what you gave in the beginning, and you've done it, and since you've done it during this podcast, like I've done it, and just knowing how to slow down and breathe.
Yeah, right.
Breathe.
And just being able to and breathing really, Raymond. I was watching your chest, which I don't breathe from there anymore. It's really breathing from my diaphragm.
Okay.
Pulling that in, and you're pulling in God. You're pulling in Source. You're pulling in all that ever is and ever was. You're pulling that in. And so you hold that for 4 count. That's what I do. Cleanse everything I don't need, and you release that. That's the most power that we have with breath.
Wow.
And the people that are in the place of dissonance, leaving church, we don't. What we need and want, we ain't never seen it done before. So we gotta sit still and breathe.
Wow.
Cause can't nobody tell us nothing.
No.
And we being honest, and we don't know, we figure it out as we go.
Right.
And where that starts, Raymond, like, and I don't think I told you I'm leaving Memphis. Like I'm.
You mentioned it, but you ain't really say, but yeah.
So I've been here 30 years. Years. And I was, but I forever honor Memphis because I was cultivating and crafted here. But what we need while we're here, a coffee space to have these conversations.
Yes.
We need to talk. There needs to be. It needs to just be coffee, food, or something. Yes. It needs to be intentional.
Yes.
It needs, because what we miss for church is community.
Yes.
It's community.
Yes.
But that space needs to be open because you co-create in that space.
Yes.
You co-create in that space.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what we don't have here.
Yes.
And that's what we need. But I think it's forming,
It's
with
forming.
your followers.
Yes.
But that present, being face to face, that's going to have to be a regular part of people's lives, because I do think, I think we're going to lose internet and all that for a while. I think it's going to be total darkness, cyber. Now, it might be 30 minutes or 3 hours, but in that time, it's going to feel like 30. We're going to lose that.
Yes.
What we don't have is community. We don't know how to connect. So emotional literacy, that's going to be the currency for how we get through where we're going.
Wow. Because
if you can't make up, you're going to have to show people, to me, that you do care to get food sometimes. It can't be this performance shit.
No.
That's what we're getting ready to hit.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be able to hide behind all of this.
No.
The internet is one of the biggest platforms for pastors because the church is empty.
Just heard one said 2 days ago.
Yeah. So when we lose that for whatever that time period, that's going to be a beautiful reset for us.
Wow.
It's going to be a beautiful reset. And that's going to be the place where people need to go and gather on what they agree on, not the differences. Because the highest frequency is love.
Yes. Yes.
So you're going to have to go and create love.
Yes. Yes.
It's going to have to be, I'm so happy to see you. That's what it's going to be, love.
Yes.
Like, Raymond, I thought about you the other day. I've gone to Henning for the past 2 weeks. Sitting outside, coloring with the kids. Just around those little, just just what they're giving me, because damn the grown folks. And I mean that for real.
No,
the only chance we got is the babies.
Yes. And Kelly, they are so much more emotionally available.
Exactly.
And I'm like, God, dog, like how y'all there? You know, yeah, they are so much more.
Especially the ones born after COVID.
If
you got a COVID niece, nephew, cousin, that's who you need to be kicking it with. Those are our teachers, whether you know it or not.
Wow.
They're our teachers.
Wow.
Because what we did with us in school, you stripped them, put them in a desk, do this, do that. You told them what to be. These kids ain't going.
Wow.
And you got young people now, no hope and no fear. I don't give a damn about taking your life.
Wow.
And all the adults do is the same adults that want to help them talk shit about them.
Yes. Yes. And they are the smartest. They are the
Absolutely.
boldest. They are the smartest. And it's like, y'all, we cannot discount this newest generation. You can't discount them.
Yeah.
I know they got this set of issues like we do, but we cannot, because we get so much from them. And just even to have the autonomy over speaking how they feel and what like I love that. Like because I know we didn't have a lot of that. We didn't have a lot of that.
We learned to please our gods.
Yes.
Our parents.
Yes.
So we learned to mirror what they wanted.
Wow.
And a lot of us are still living those stories the way they, so and I like how Kyle said, you got to heal your wound, and you have become this archetype as a result of your mother's womb, because she produced you out of her ego.
Wow. Wow.
Do you see all of that?
Yes.
Do you see all of that?
Yes. And even with that, Kelly, honoring your ancestors.
Yes.
Honoring them.
God,
like you came down from a line of people. I heard a pastor say some of the most ignorant shit one day. And he was like, they dead, they gone. You can, bruh, like honor, because you came from a line of people.
Right.
And like to your point, this blood has been around. It's been around.
Absolutely. And this is where the codes.
This is where.
Like Raymond, and some of my research, and I'll try to wrap this story up.
Okay.
This is back during slavery, and I'm paraphrasing, summarizing. The first black conductor to go into Radio City Music Hall, bringing the slaves in and teaching them basically opera.
Okay.
You got two reporters, and I'm making this up: LA Times, New York Times.
Okay.
So LA Times comes like, oh my God, it was amazing to watch the blacks of color sing in that way.
Okay.
Encore. New York Times, basically, what happened to them?
Okay.
New York Times said, we miss the wailing and the pain.
Oh, wow.
We like seeing you basically in pain.
In pain.
The conductor said, what you don't know about black folks, it's mastery of form. We can pull off anything.
Anything. God.
Without your training.
Yes.
Without your training.
Yes.
They know that about us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? They know that we can do anything, right?
Yes.
42% of people, black men that are locked up, test gifted. 42%.
42%.
42% of black men tested gifted behind bars. That means as little boys, somebody didn't know what to do, how to teach them.
Wow.
Now, Amos Wilson says, philosopher, but no, because y'all need to hear this. Black men need to hear this.
Yes. That
when a black child is born, in 2 days, if you set him on his bottom, he's going to try to pick his head up, the black child. Takes a white baby 3 weeks to attempt that. 3 weeks, you can Google this, pretty much. He says, sometime after a black baby is born, the black baby is already reaching and trying to connect with the caregiver. It takes a white baby 3 months to do that.
Wow.
That's our genius. Now, this research is back in the 80s.
Wow.
All the school I've been in, source really I found this.
Yes.
So the black will theory is rooted in this.
Mm-hmm.
So with black people, so what white researchers talked about was our motor skills. That's why we're good in sports.
Okay.
And Ms. Wilson said, hell no, that's psychomotor. It takes intelligence to want to lift your head up. Wow. It takes intelligence to want to reach and care. That's how far we are ahead of them.
Wow.
In our thinking.
Wow.
Raymond, what I was able to do at Lakeside.
Mm-hmm.
300 people a week in trauma. I did 9 trauma groups a week.
Oh, how?
After seeing 8 to 10 people a day in my practice.
Wow.
Didn't miss a beat.
Wow.
That's our melanin. With what we're able to do. They know that. The only way they get activated though, we gotta get somewhere and get still. Because what Source is gonna do is show you all the shit you really did do, even though they let you down. That's you're gonna go on that journey.
Wow.
They all failed. They didn't come through. Look at what I did through you.
Yes.
It's always been you.
Yes.
It ain't never been your pastor. It ain't never been my professors. It ain't never been. It's always been you.
Yes. Wow. Wow.
Once we fall in love with ourselves, it flips.
Yes.
Because when I fall in love with me, I can't treat you like shit.
When
I treat you like shit, I hate me.
Kelly. Wow.
I can end on that.
Wow. Listen, Kelly. No, for real. That you have spoke and given life through this conversation, y'all. You have spoke, you have given life, and I thank you so much. You have said so many key pieces, and this conversation that we just talking right now.
Yeah.
This conversation means so much.
I would
to
love
me.
the feedback, Just
I'm gonna give it, and they gonna give it. They gonna give it.
I'm not on Facebook anymore.
You for real? You know what? Okay, I ain't been seeing you all day.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My guys moved me on off because I gotta be free right now.
Gotcha.
And so I still, and I got family and people on there, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay out of my weaponization. I wish somebody would come for me. Facebook does that to me.
Okay.
Or that's the way. That becomes my reaction. I ain't healed enough. I ain't healed enough to be on Facebook. I'm not healed enough to be on Facebook.
I got you.
Because I want to let everybody have it. That ain't right either.
I got you.
And TikTok is so supportive. So supportive.
Now, how can people find you on TikTok?
I changed my name. Blackwell Theorist. Yeah.
Blackwell Theorist.
Let me make sure.
Make sure so people can find you on TikTok.
Because I had, the uppity nigger. No, Nurturing Blackness.
Nurturing Blackness.
Yeah, it's Nurturing Blackness.
On TikTok. Kelly, thank you so much for coming and sitting down with me. I can't wait to tell you, because I know I'm going to get a lot.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get a lot from this, but I know it was necessary and it was meant.
Yeah.
And I honor your experience.
Thank you,
I honor the words that you have said and the lives that you have sold into. It's been great. But thank y'all so much for watching. Share this with somebody, and just let us know what you think of the episode. We are curating spaces that I'm in talks, seriously in talks with the guys, and also with a young lady. She want to partner with me on trying to curate a space for me, and just like you said, just talks, coffee shop talks. You know what I'm saying? Just put.
But you know what, Remy? To me, whatever space we curate doesn't even just need to be for. It needs to be for all of us.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Hell
yeah.
Because the separation, that's what hurt the Black church. Whiteness teaches separation. We can't survive in separation. We need collectivism.
Yes.
So when you, we got to build. It's everybody.
Yes.
Gay, straight, trans, whatever that is, it's got to be everybody. And so if you can't come because you don't like that, then you ain't with us. So you going on over there. Because in God, there's no exclusion.
Wow.
Don't no animal don't fuck with another animal. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's respecting nature.
Right.
It's respecting nature.
Right.
When one tree falls, them trees over there ain't glad.
Wow.
It all makes sense.
Yes.
And nothing looks alike. It's a beautiful mess.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be conformed.
Yes.
It's not. It's not.
Wow. Yes. Get me together.
No, it needs to be drop-in.
No,
you know what? It needs to be Lakeside. That's what I did every week. I know how to build community.
Yes.
And if you're not ready, your womb gonna talk to me. And I know what to do with the womb.
Wow. Yes. Kelly, and I know I'm just sitting right now because I'm just letting it soak in. But thank you so much for this. Y'all know this will not be the last time y'all will see her. Thank y'all so much for watching and listening, because I'm full. I'm really full right now, and I thank you. And thank y'all for watching and listening and subscribing to Ray Bridging Humans, the place where the people get to hear you and the world get to see it.
I love
you,
that,
family.
Brian. Yeah.
Peace.